Yo, what's up, Green Blood fans? This is it. This is the final chapter of Green Blood, chapter 49, and it's called Life. And I've always kind of liked, the simple one-line titles. It's like there's no, I don't think I've ever seen it being more than one word. It's always just something simple like, oh yeah, death, life, like um, execution. It's been really simple, and I like it because it's like it leaves you to think, or whatever the chapter's going to be about, and then the chapter does the rest for it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, they're short and simple and they get to the point, because this chapter does, title does kind of summarize what it is, and it's epilogue, and it's like Luke memorizing his brother, as we see. And it was really nice how they did it, because we see it's in the 20th century now, 1918, so it's in the future. I can't be bothered or remember how many years that is, from the timeline. Someone knows, one of you guys could say. But we see a train, and there's this little girl called Marcia or something. She's running around on the train, and she's with her granddad on the way to see, a cemetery, and she's like, "Oh, we going to see your your brother, granddad?" And she's like, "Yeah." And where basically it's revealed that that's Luke, in his elderly years. He's much older, and he's with his granddaughter and his daughter, and he talks about his brother to Marcia, basically saying that if there's one thing he always remembered, it was Brad Strong. Back when he used to camera when he was younger, it's like we used to fall asleep and he felt comfort by his back. And that's one thing he would always remember, even in like the fighting that we saw, like several times we saw Luke's perspective looking at Brad's like strong posture and back. Like it made him comfortable, whether physically and metaphorically. And we have a flashback now to Brad killing King, and he slashes him like down from the neck across his torso. And it's like, I thought like he bisected him, like completely chopped him in two, but I think it was just a really big cut. And then I think he stabbed him afterwards. It wasn't really that clear, but there was a lot of blood and gore. So he's dead. Like Brad killed him completely, and it was really, simply done. No shooting, no combination of stuff. It was just cut and simple as that. So after that, it's like they've basically said, so this is it. It's been done. Like we better get out of here before the cops get here. And Luke's like, oh, after everything since the 5 points, what do we do now? And Brad's like laughing at him, thinking, he's like, what do you think, you idiot? He's like, didn't you have that dream you wanted to do? Go west and buy some land and live happy. And he's like, oh yeah, that's true. So he's like, what about you, Brad? And I think for the first time in the manga, we actually see Brad like generally smile, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to be happy." And then we flashpoint back into the future, and we see what was it? They're in a New York cemetery, and the little girl, the granddaughter, drops flowers on Luke's mother's grave, Alicia Burns, and then she puts flowers on Brad's grave as well. And I was like, okay, Brad's dead. And it was only 3 years ago as well, like 1915, that his daughter says. It seems like it's not been that long, but it's been 3 years. And yeah, so it ends off with like little monologues and stuff, and basically Luke saying to his brother, "Oh, Brad, life was good, wasn't it?" And we just see like a little panel of them arguing and stuff, riding on a horse, smiling. And it was really, sweet ending. It was really nice. I really did enjoy it. It's because as I said in the other ones, I thought they were gonna die, but it ended off nicely. And yeah, it looks like they lived a very long, happy and healthy life. So yeah, brilliant manga. I could not emphasize how much I enjoyed this. I remember picking it up the first time, and I was like, oh, looks kind of cool. And I was like, ooh, this artwork's kind of deep and gory. And then I just started getting hooked into it, and I never looked back. And I just love sending manga now. I've always been looking out for sending manga quite a lot, because I'm kind of biased towards art style. I usually look at the art style and then I read it, and then the story kind of follows after for me. And this is kind of the same with Green Blood. Yeah, so as I said, series is definitely worth reading if you haven't read it already. I've enjoyed it. It's only 49 chapters, so it's a quick read. and it really is definitely worth a look. I'm definitely going to try and get some volumes if I can. I've been looking for them desperately, but can't find them. And because I said I really did enjoy this, and I want to see it in its high quality, in hardback. Um, don't know what else to say really, other than I really enjoyed this series. I'm probably gonna try and start a new one. I think I might probably start the author this author's work, which is, I think it's called Tujushin Bestialis. It's like to do with some Roman times, and it's like some soldier. If you got time, have a look. There's a picture of like some Roman soldiers fighting a dragon. The artwork looks as sick as this. It's really good, so I might start that. There isn't many chapters out yet, I don't think, and I think it was originally a one shot, so that might be a bit slow to get. But other than that, yeah, as I said, this is Green Blood for you, and it was brilliant, and can't wait to start this new manga when it starts picking up. So, yeah, guys, what do you think of the manga? If you kept up with me all this time, do you agree with me? Was it this great, brilliant? What if you have any complaints, like if you didn't like it or you were upset with the ending, leave it in the comments, and anything else you could think of just to summarize this manga. Also leave likes, because we really appreciate it, and subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys next time.